go, everyone. Welcome to Walk Off Wagers right here on Pub Sports Radio. Thank you for everyone that's joining us here on a beautiful Saturday night, 7 p.m. my time over here West Coast, 10 p.m. for my guy Spoon over there on the East Coast. Spooner, my guy, how we doing, brother? It's been a week. How's your week been? I'm ready to talk some baseball with you, but how's your week been, my guy?
I got under the weather in the middle of this week and just felt terrible for like 3 or 4 days. But this is finally the up point in the week. I'm feeling good. We're up on the day, just one game left. I think we're head to head on that game. I'm on the Texas Rangers money line. I believe you're on your Anaheim Angels there. So that'll be a fun one to watch. That's going to be first pitch here soon as this show's starting off, but it's a good day today. I'm excited. I'm ready to get after this card. How's your week been? How's today been treating you? I got a win in the WNBA again. That's my second win in a row on the Sparks. I've never watched WNBA, but I think I might be a Sparks fan.
There we go. Yeah, I have not put a penny on WNBA this year, but maybe here the next couple of weeks after the NBA, NHL, I might dabble in it a little bit, nothing crazy, but that's cool. Appreciate you for being here with me as always. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see my guy Hino Ball in there. Appreciate you for joining us. Swig Bets on the ones and twos. Thank you as always, my guy, for being here. Logan Vees, Cedars, Rudeness, Barry Agan, Skylar Vees, everyone out there. Appreciate you guys for being here with us on a Saturday night. You could be anywhere, but you're right here with us on Pub Sports Radio. Do me a favor, hit the like button on your guys' way. And I know a lot of people are going to be watching this on the playback. But without further ado, let's get here to our first game. And I've got the graphics up, but let me make sure I have everything ready to rock and roll here. And yes, and and we still have this, in my opinion, Spoons, one of the greatest graphics of all time. Just an absolute smoke show right there. Mitch Helen Keller. You know what I mean? Like, just take a long look at that, chat. That's what we're dealing with here with the Pittsburgh Pirates. We've got Dylan Cease on the mound here, signing a big contract this last offseason, pitching really well here to start his Blue Jays career. Blue Jays, cash with him today here. I was on the Patrick Corbin. I was on the +1.5. You know what I mean? We didn't need that +1.5. They got it done there outright against Skeens. Patrick Corbin, shout out to him, my man. But Dylan Cease here on the mound. They're laying this number here, I think, for a reason. Blue Jays, this isn't a team I want to get behind. I said last year this was a team I wanted to back almost every single game, and I did. This year, I don't like this team, Spoons. As of right now, I have no bet in this game, but you got Mitch Keller against Dylan Cease. This is a good pitching matchup right here, Spoons. We have a total at 7.5 here, probably low for a reason. I would lean to the under here, Spoons. I'm not going to take it because this game already went under today. So take it away, my friend.
I wanted to go right after the Blue Jays with the Dylan Cease kind of attack. He's had an amazing season going into his last start where he gave up 5 earned runs versus the New York Yankees. I thought we were going to get a little bit of value backing him. I can trade -144 on him right now. I'm really close to that. Bullpen situation wise, like if I could get -144 on the first 5 money line, I would take that in a heartbeat. There's barely any lines open up on the first 5. I actually don't have one in this game. I really would like to back just Dylan Cease here. I'm not super high on this Blue Jays bullpen, but compared to where Pittsburgh is at, I still think it's at a good spot. I'm real close to moving on this 144. I'm kind of waiting to see what we see for the first 5, because if I can stay in 5 cents of the full game money line on the first 5, I'm definitely going to take that so I can just eliminate anything besides Dylan Cease. I think he bounces back. Guy's coming out there with a 98-mile-an-hour four-seam fastball, just absolutely destroying things. This is the Dylan Cease that was prepped to be like a top prospect for the Cubs organization when they drafted him, and he's been flirted with Cy Young consideration before, but I think we're going to be back here this year. One bad game versus the Yankees. I still think this is some value. 144, I'm close to it.
That's funny. I didn't even know he was up in the Cubs system, and he ended up in Chicago, same
so
city.
They traded Dylan Cease and Eloy Jimenez for Jose Quintana for 6 months of Jose Quintana.
You're right. You're right. I have heard
When
that
Jose
one.
Quintana showed up, I was like, you're either 2015 Jake Arrieta or you're just the worst trade ever. And like he was a
Jake
good pitcher, but like he was losing. I mean, Eloy Jimenez is a solid starting. It's just a tough
I
trade.
don't know anymore, but yeah. Those White Sox teams that White Sox team was fun that year when they played at the Field of Dreams. They actually had a good squad that year. But shout out to them. But let's get to this next game, Spoons, because this is a game I am heavily involved in. Not yet, but a game I am going to pull the trigger on right here as we speak. I'm going to make it the bet as Spoons breaks this down after I do, guys. I'm going to the under here with the Tigers Orioles here, guys. We've got Framber Valdez here on the mound, I believe, against Young here for the Baltimore Orioles. Let me just double check, make sure I have this. Yeah, Brandon Young here. Obviously, guys, it's tough here for me. Framber, a guy, he's got great stuff. I feel like he's got some of the best stuff in the league when he's pitching at his best, when he wants to pitch good. I think tomorrow is going to be a big spot for him, and I think he's going to go out there and pitch really well. I think he needs to hire a trainer this next offseason, lose about 30 pounds, and he probably will pitch a lot better, probably be the best pitcher in the league. But before that said, I'm going to be on him here in this spot. I'm going to be on the under, Spoons. I'm getting an under 8.5 at a minus 120 here. I think Brandon Young here on the other side, I think he's expected to have a good start here against a lineup, Spoons. This lineup that Detroit is throwing out there, are you kidding me? This is one of the worst lineups in baseball. This is a lineup that I can't get behind. I get it. They have a lot of young guys in there, so they're developing guys. Scooble's obviously out right now. This lineup, this looks bad. I'm not going to back this Detroit team. I did a couple days ago. I tried to catch a falling knife, and that was when they cashed. It was on what was it? It was Friday, yesterday actually. So shout out to them for that. But I think both pitchers are going to go out there and pitch well, Spoons. I think that Brandon Young matches well up against this lineup. Give me the under 8.5 at a minus 120. I just want to double check that I can get that same number here. Yeah, I can get it under 8.5 at a minus 120. A couple other books actually have an 8 at a plus 100 right now. I'm going to take the under 8.5 here. I'm going to pay the extra 20 cents, Spoons. Give me the under 8.5 minus 120 here. It's going to be my first official play. I'm going to make it when you break this game down.
Yeah, this is going to be a very fun game. It seems like the market's kind of moved towards the Orioles since yesterday. I don't know if that's just because of a little bit of the extra rest in the back end for the bullpen because the Orioles had just used a bunch of arms. But I don't know. There is some value in my mind catching plus money with Framber Valdez. When we look at him versus Brandon Young, I definitely think of him as the better pitcher, but I mean, Brandon Young's won all but one of his starts going out there with the Baltimore Orioles behind him. This team's playing good baseball behind him. They're at home. Teams traditionally win more games at home than on the road. Framber's been garbage here recently. We look at his last 3 starts, and anybody could hit this guy around. I think I understand why the market's moving towards the Orioles. You kind of shore up some of the back end spots there in the 6th and 7th inning where you have question marks. I think the Orioles win this ball game. I like your lead there on the total, but I'm not going to get anywhere.
All right, well, we can move on to our next game here, but that's going to be my first official play. I just made it. Let's go right to this next game here. Minnesota Twins taking on Jose, our guy, Bouquet, Boston Red Sox. Sonny Gray, 5-1, 2.92 ERA. Looking good this year. You know, the journeyman pitched a lot of years in this league, man, and he still has some pretty good stuff out there. He's able to get batters out. Longevity, we'll see what happens. He's obviously an older pitcher. You got Bailey over here. This guy's been pitching really well lately, Spoons. I like everything that Bailey Ober has to offer. I think he's got good stuff. I've always thought he's got good stuff, and he's proven it at this point. And this Twins team, 52 games in the season, right around 500. It's kind of crazy to see they change their manager, don't do a lot to this lineup. I mean, this lineup isn't a good lineup by any means, but they win baseball games. They do things the right way. This is a tough game here for me, Spoons. Let's look at the line that we have before I turn this over. Pretty much, wow, yeah, Sonny Gray being a minus 160 here. Sonny Gray has a minus 160, something I don't know if I want to get behind here against a gritty team like the Minnesota Twins, Spoons. I'm off this game. We've got totals pretty much 8 across the board, juice to the under. Some 7.5s are popping up as we speak, Spoon. So maybe both these pitchers go out there and pitch well. Take it away, my guy. Also, let's give a quick shout out to our guy, Swig Bets in there. Skylar B said Halos need to sell. They need to sell, man. That's definitely for sure. But thank you for joining us, my guy right there. AM said Twins, Red Sox under 8, minus 115. Red Sox 7-3 to the under last 10. Dabby Cab, let's go, fella. Shout out to you, my man. And Old E. Shout out to Old E in the chat. Spoons, that's our guy right there. We got to have the pleasure to kick it with him in San Antonio a couple months ago, and I can't wait to do it again. One of these days I'm going to get out to Florida.
That was one of the highlights of San Antonio when he showed up just unexpected. I had no idea Oldie was coming in. I was like, who is this guy? He seems awesome.
Oh, he was incredible. I can't wait to kick it with that guy again, man. So shout out to you for joining us. Leroy Flood said Red Sox money line. Spoons, take it away. Minnesota Twins, Boston Red Sox.
Like, I wouldn't talk anybody off of the Boston Red Sox money line, but when you talk about the cost that you have to pay for it, I mean, minus 160 on it, it's a little expensive. Bailey Ober's pitched very well this season. I have struggled to kind of deal with it. His last start, 3 earned runs, 6 hits versus Milwaukee is his worst start of the season. That's a really good thing to be able to say at this point. I think he's going to go in and pitch very well in this game. I think Sonny Gray is going to pitch well. I've circled in on this under 8. I paid minus 115 for it. It's still available across the board on some pretty popular books. FanDuel has it right now. So if you can get it at FanDuel, I think it's a decent number. I think it's going to be 7.5 tomorrow. Bailey Ober's pitching well. Sonny Gray's pitching well. This Boston Red Sox bullpen is really not disappointed all season. There are some question marks back there for the Twins, but I just question what can the Boston Red Sox offense really do that ruins this under tomorrow. So I'm on that under 8. I think it closes 7.5.
Okay, I like it, Spoons. I might move on this under as well. I'm gonna have question marks next to this game here. We can move on to our next game here. The Red Hot Cleveland Guardians, Spoons. I mean, the kind of baseball they're playing is usually when they're playing in August and September, and here we are in mid-May and playing some of the best baseball out there right now. You look at their games, 3-1, 4-1, 3-2, 4-2. It all starts with the pitching. You look at this lineup. This is not a scary lineup, although when they faced the Angels, that lineup looked like one of the best lineups in baseball. I watched it firsthand. Jose Ramirez, not getting off to a hot start to the season, Spoons, but obviously he's going to get it together as the season goes on. I think we have a clear-cut winner on who's going to win the Central right now. If it's not them, it's the White Sox. Don't count the Chicago White Sox out quite yet. They're starting pitching, and their bullpen over there. I shouldn't say bullpen. Their starting pitching their bullpen has been doing better, but I like everything the White Sox are doing. But the Guardians are going to run away in this division. With that being said, here, Spoons, I've got no play on here in this game. We do have Parker Messick on the mound here, 5-1, 2.45 ERA. Can't say enough good things about the guy. It just seems like these Guardians pitchers just growing trees out there in Cleveland, Spoons. These guys just all pitch well. Doesn't matter who goes out there. He's doing well. Andrew Painter on the other side, 1-4, 5.77 ERA. Phillies playing better baseball, obviously. I believe they were at one point like 7-8 games under 500. They're back at 500 right now. This is a team that is going to probably play better baseball going forward. I'm off this game. Take it away, my guy.
I really like Parker Messick. He hasn't had a ton of success going out there the last few starts win-wise. Well, a win 2 starts ago versus the Angels. That last start versus Detroit didn't work out so well, but this guy's given up 2 earned runs, 1 earned run, 1 blip for 4. But, I mean, he's just the definition of a quality start every time he takes the mound. On the opposite side, we have Andrew Painter, highly touted prospect, but he's having issues getting everything started so far. Gave up 8 earned runs versus the Athletics, 5 earned runs versus Atlanta, 9 earned runs. Like he's had some pretty rough starts. I think he's going to get it together as the season goes on, but I just don't trust it so far. And I kind of feel like the Phillies are being priced like the Phillies are actually hitting, and we still do not see that. I think there's value on the Guardians here. Um, I would like to get behind them, but I just haven't been able to get to that number so far. You can get a better price than what's on the screen. What is it at right now? You can go ahead and take it. It's 123 is the best number I can get on the Guardians.
Okay. Let's move on to our next game here. Spoon, shout out to the guy that Goracle said, I want to be on the Jays. That's going to be the game we talk about here. That was earlier that we talked about. Yeah, that's an interesting spot, Gorky. But let's get to this game here.
Oh, and giant shout out to Truth Teller. You just pointed that out on screen.
That's right. He said, cash my play of the day on tennis. Cash the Giants. I was on the Giants today, too. Shout out to the Giants right there. Cash my NBA prop. There you go, my guy. Love to see our friends win. So shout out to our guy, Truth Teller, in the building. Let's get to this next. Oh, I love this. Wow. There we go, Swig. Tampa Bay Rays, New York Yankees. I don't have to look at anything. We got Drew Rasmussen on the mound here. Ryan Weathers on the mound here for the New York Yankees. Tampa Bay Rays, the best team in baseball, Spoons. I don't want to hear anything about it from anyone else right now. They are the best team in baseball. It's not even close. They go 7-game series against anyone at this point in the season. They are beating any team in Major League Baseball. I love this Tampa Bay Rays team, Spoons. If I bet them every single day this year and only bet them, we'd be up a lot of money and probably be flying out to Tropicana Field to watch a lot of these games because they are just playing great baseball right now, Spoons. The unders are cashing in these games. It's just crazy. Everything the Rays are doing right now, Spoons, this is a blueprint of what every Major League Baseball team needs to do. You get a selfless manager like Kevin Cash over there. You get a good pitching coach. These guys have been together for over a decade. They're doing everything right over there, guys. I love the Tampa Bay Rays. And you know what, Spoons? I think I might be on the Tampa Bay Rays here in this spot. I don't have the line available at any of my books that I can personally take them at the moment. I should have them here within the hour, I'm sure. But we're seeing minus 130 to minus 140 across the board here for Will Warren here on the mound. I like Drew Rasmussen here. Not just that, Spoons. I like the under as well. I'm going to write that down, actually. Rays and under. That's going to be it, I think, for me, Spoons. It's a lean at this point. I'll obviously tweet out my action if I do make the play in it. Take it over, Spoons. Rays, Yankees.
I'm not going to back you off either of those. So tomorrow it's going to be 50 to 55 degrees during game time, 10 to 15 mile an hour winds blowing straight in, built for an under. I'd like both of these pitchers on the mound. Drew Rasmussen, he's had a solid start to this season so far. Nothing crazy. Ryan Weathers had a giant step up as far as what we've been able to expect from him so far in his career. He's been a very inconsistent pitcher, but so far with the Yankees, he looks great. I like that under 7.5 quite a bit. The Tampa Bay bullpen has come along. Brian Baker, everybody got the day off. The Yankees could definitely use yesterday off, getting that nice rest. I like how this sets up. I do like the Rays. I do like the under. The under 7.5 is my favorite here. I don't know if there's enough room for it to really move down to a 7, but this weather is going to be difficult to score on tomorrow. I question where we're at with this Yankees offense. It seems like if they can't get one big hit that scores 3 runs in an inning, they can't get any runs at all. So I like that under.
I like the under 2, Spoons. Once it's available for me, I want to double check right now. I want to see if I can get this available here quite yet before we move on. Yeah, they're not giving it to me quite yet, Spoons, but it's all good. Once it's there, I will move on it. I will move on the 7.5. I think I like both of these pitchers, and I think the Rays, obviously, if it's a low-scoring game, it has to favor the Rays, right, Spoons? I mean, that's what they win is low-scoring games. They've got a great bullpen. You've got one of their aces out there in Drew Rasmussen. I like this under, and I like the Rays, Spoons. Once I get it available, I will move on. This shout out to our guy, Gorky, said 0 for 4-day loading. My guy, it's all good. You will rebound tomorrow, my friend. It's always another day right there. So shout out to you, though, for joining us. And Gorky, please let us know your plays. Let us know the plays that you have going on right now as well. if you do have any plays going on. And let us know. I haven't checked yet, guys. What's the score of this Cavs game? I'm on the Cavs, obviously, and I don't know the score, and I don't want to look at the score, but let me know in the chat what the score is. Let's move on here to our next game, Spoons. Going across town here, New York Mets going up against the Miami Marlins. Christian Scott on the mound here for the New York Mets, going up against Tyler Phillips from the Miami Marlins. Miami Marlins just hovering, they're around 500. Now they're 5 games under 500. Playing good baseball. You like guys like Xavier Edwards, Otto Lopez, obviously playing good baseball. You need guys like Kyle Stowers to step up. Obviously had 2 home runs. I believe it was in yesterday's game. He's hitting the ball a lot harder coming off that injury. They're going to need him to get going here in this lineup because outside of pretty much this top 4 guys, I don't really like what I see, but Xavier Edwards and Otto Lopez are just playing some extremely good baseball right now. Love everything they're doing. Love everything that they do in that farm system as well. Shout out to Florida. It seems like they're doing it well in the farm system in baseball. New York Mets, a team I want to start getting behind at some point, Spoons. I like this lineup. I think it's a deep lineup. They obviously have to get going at some point. I'm going to move on a completely different spot here. Haven't moved on it yet, and I actually might not move on it anymore, Spoons. We talked about it backstage, but pretty much I was seeing over 8.5 at -110. Now I'm seeing over 8.5 at -102. So it's moved 8 cents out of my direction. I might I might take a couple steps backward in this game, Spoons, unless you could obviously talk me back into the spot. I'm going to have to see the market tomorrow. We don't have a market as of right now, but take it away. New York Mets, Miami Marlins.
Yeah, I have some question marks around Christian Scott. He's a pitcher that's had some issues so far in the major leagues. 3 earned runs to Washington, 2 earned runs to Detroit, just 1 to Colorado, 2 to Los Angeles. But he's faced a lot of lineups that just swing and miss a lot. You can attest to that being an Angels fan. This is one of the teams you kind of circle at if you're a strikeout kind of capper. And Colorado's the same way. Detroit, Washington is not good at holding up their bats. And still with that, in his last 3 games, this guy's given up 7 walks. I think the Marlins are a team that are going to kind of challenge Christian Scott. Tyler Phillips, he's looked good out there so far, but this is going to be a bullpen kind of situation game for them. You're not going to get more than 3 innings out of Tyler Phillips. Maybe just 2. I don't see anything that indicates a full primary situation where anybody is slated to take the innings after him. I'm pretty high on this Marlins lineup. I heard what you said there, but it's deep there. Connor Norby, Marcy hitting at the back end, Owen Cassie, a guy straight out of the Cubs organization that I'm pretty high on. They just called up Joe Mack as a catcher from AAA. This is a guy I think he's going to be a long-time catcher in the major league. So I think Miami's got a good lineup here. They got a good organizational kind of shift. They stole some of the brain trust from the Tampa Bay Rays organization, and that just happened a year and a half ago now. And I think over the next 3-4 years, you're going to see some of the success from the Rays kind of spread over here. I think there's some value on the Marlins, but almost not. Like at -105, it's all taken away. They understand Christian Scott is a huge question mark. I don't trust anybody here. I would expect both of these teams to get runs. I like this over. I was on the under in the Mets Miami game today, but much better pitchers on the mound. I think the over is the play here.
Over is the play here for Spoons. Let me just double check this actually really quick, Spoons. Let me see here. I might have actually been looking. Let's see. Oh, no. Wait. What am I talking about here? You know what? I'm going to join you, Spoons. I'm going to join my original cap.
So I can get over 8.5 plus 102 is the best number. When I see that at 10 o'clock, I sit there and wait, because if you see a plus number on that 8.5, there's a decent chance we see just the flat 8, and then we get all those pushes involved with it, where you get that 5-3 ball game, you get the automatic win. I mean, you get, instead of the push, like there's a lot of value in that. I think we see an 8.
All right, I'm gonna stay off as of right now, guys.
I like the over, but I'm just waiting for the market to disagree with me.
Okay. Well, let's keep that in mind there. I'll keep that in mind when I'm looking at these games later tonight and in the morning. So let's move on to our next game here. St. Louis Cardinals taking on the Cincinnati Reds. We've got Matty Liberatore going against Brady Singer here from the Reds. Cardinals money line, Spoons. It's simple as this. This team is bet on. I don't care what anyone says at this point. This is a winning baseball team. They do everything the right way. They have a good manager. They've got young talent. Jordan Walker right now is playing at an extremely high level. I remember him coming up, like 4 or 5. It seemed like it might have been like 4 or 5 years ago because he came up, Spoons, like 2021, and he's really starting to develop. And my big thing is with him, he's starting to get confident. This is his team, and he's playing some really good baseball right now, and they're doing everything the right way. They're not selfish. They're bunting with runner at second base with no outs. They're doing all the right things that you like out of a baseball club. I'm moving on the St. Louis Cardinals here. -102 on the screen. I can only get a -110, Spoons. I'm pulling the trigger here. -110 is affordable here with the St. Louis Cardinals against a Cincinnati Reds team I don't like. I think this team is going to be heading in the wrong direction. Brady Singer, I don't like him either. We do have a high total here at a 9.5, so I'm curious to see. I can pull it up right here. What we got, weather, 61% chance of rain, not too much wind. So there's going to be a lot of rain. So I'm a little curious on how Liberatore has done in his career in the rain. But I'm going to be on the Cardinals here, Spoons. I'm going to make it official right now. Cardinals money line -110. I'm going to make the bet while you break this one down. Take it away, my guy.
Yeah, there's a decent chance for rain across the board tomorrow. That Detroit-Baltimore game, that Minnesota-Boston game, Tampa Bay-New York, Cleveland-Philadelphia, and St. Louis-Cincinnati. So we're kind of capping that into it. Obviously, it either gets in there or it doesn't. The rain never helps unders. It makes pitchers uncomfortable. You take the starters out of their groove. But I'm not trying to fade St. Louis. I can get a +104 on St. Louis right now.
I was just going to say, Spoons, I just checked another book. I can get a +100 right now. So I'm going to actually make that official. Fuck the -110. I'm betting the +100 right now. It's a book that I haven't actually looked at in a while. So I'm going to take the +100 here, Spoons.
I was just checking my bullpen situation here. I don't have everything updated from the situation today, but I don't trust this Cincinnati bullpen. Brady Singer, he's a pitcher I like, but this is not a park for him. If this game goes, it's going to be very hitter-friendly weather. I don't know that it does, but if it goes, I don't trust the Reds versus the lefty. This seems like a spot for the Cardinals. +104 does not seem right. I think it should be -120 with a +100 for the Cincinnati side. I have a strong lean to the Cardinals here. I want to look a little more into this weather situation and just kind of see what shook out with the bullpen. But I have a very strong lean to the Cardinals with you. Liberatore is not a pitcher I love to trust, but the Cincinnati offense is just one of those offenses you can press the button against.
Yeah, I like this Cardinals team. I've really liked watching this. I like watching the Cardinals play baseball, and I'm going to move on him here. I get a +100, so I'm going to move on that here. That's going to be my second play I've given out here. Let's move on to the Dodgers and Brewers. I was on the Brewers today, got an early 3-0 lead. They're losing the game like 10-3 right now. Absolutely crazy. I'm not going to the window here with Brandon Sprout. You got obviously Yamamoto here on the mound, -175 favorite. I'm not laying this number, Spoons. You know me. I don't bet Dodger games. This is a game I want nothing to do with. Milwaukee Brewers, though, Spoons, I mean, can't deny the kind of baseball that they're playing here. Some of the best baseball around in the National League. You know what I mean? They're right up there with the Dodgers. Dodgers have 31 wins and the Brewers have 30 right now. Brewers, though, Spoons, getting healthy. This lineup looks good right now. Like, this lineup looks like they're going to make a run in the NL. I like everything the Brewers are doing here, Spoons. I'm not going to back them here, though. Take it away, my guy. I usually don't back Dodger games, and I backed the fucking Brewers today, and I lost. That's why I don't back Dodger games. Take it away.
Yeah, I know the Brewers have been playing really well, but this is Yamamoto on the mound. Brennan Sprout, he's gone out there. I mean, he's pitching. He's not pitching at Yamamoto's level. We look at it. He's had 2 good games this season, one versus St. Louis, one versus Toronto. Outside of that, everything's 3 earned runs or more. Gave up 7 to the White Sox, 4 to Arizona. It's just not been a great season for him so far. I think the Dodgers tag him. I don't know. Maybe there's small value on the Brewers here. Maybe this line should be closer to like 160, 155 for the Dodgers with the way they're swinging the bats right now. But I just think that kind of gets a ride against Brandon Sprout. Maybe there's a path to an over, but there's no way I'm trying to fade Yamamoto. I'm kind of with you on this game. This is one I'm going to stay away from. I don't think there's a lot of value betting it from at least the side and total aspect. There might be some value betting some of these player props, looking at some of the bottom of the order kind of thing, but nothing that I'm going to move on right now. None of those lines are open.
Let's move on to our next game here. Spoon, Seattle Mariners taking on the Kansas City Royals. We have Seth the Pest Lugo on the mound, 1-4 record with a 3.68 ERA. Brian, on the mound here for the Seattle Mariners, 4-2, 3.51 ERA. You know, obviously, we kind of talked about it before the show, Spoons. Brian Wu not pitching up to expectations this year, but he's still pitching pretty damn well. Mariners are going to get it going here these next couple months. They're going to be right around 500, then they're just going to win 10 or 15 straight games, and they're going to look like one of the better teams in baseball going into October. The Royals, this is a sinking ship, Spoons. Look at this lineup here that they're throwing out there. Like Bobby Witt Jr., I mean, outside of that, I mean, come on. I mean, Salvi, obviously a veteran guy, but I mean, this is a horrible lineup in my opinion, Spoons, and it's showing out on the field. They're not winning ball games, but we have a high total here, Spoons. Let me just double check this because, again, guys, this isn't a game that I have moved on yet, but I am going to do it now because I have it available, and it's the same price that I wrote it down. Give me the over, Spoons, over 8.5 minus 110. Why the hell is this total at an 8.5 right now? This is going to be hitter-friendly conditions at the ballpark tomorrow at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. I think both pitchers are going to get absolutely lit up. They've been pitching well this season, but yet we have a total of 8.5 with 2 batting orders that are absolutely not good. Mariners, shouldn't say that. Mariners have a good lineup. 1 through 5 they have a good lineup, but their offense obviously hasn't shown up so far this season. Look at their record. With that being said here, I think both offenses are going to come to play. Give me the over 8.5 minus 110, Spoons. I love this play. I'm making it official right now.
Yeah. The Seattle, I'm pulling up the bullpen situation here real quick. It is hitter-friendly conditions in Kauffman tomorrow. Wind blowing out to left, temperatures 75 to 80 degrees during the nighttime. It looks like Kansas City's bullpen's in a good situation. Seattle Munoz is going to be good to go as well. So I don't see any real issues with the bullpen, but these aren't bullpens I trust right now. I wouldn't talk you off that over. I have a lot of question marks around Seth Lugo, his ability to really pitch well right now. We're looking at a guy that's, 5 earned runs versus the White Sox, 4 earned runs versus Cleveland, 7 earned runs versus the Angels. This is tough. I don't trust Lugo right now. If there's one pitcher I do trust, it's Wu. He's not had as lights out of a season, but he's still going out there every time, giving you six innings pitched, maybe a couple earned runs, but it's still good stuff. I understand why they're 140 on the road. I like the over. I could see how the Royals get to him, but again, it's just Bobby Witt. I think Brian Wu probably finds a way to pitch around him, and I think the best bet in this game is trying to find a way to back the Mariners.
Okay, back in the Mariners. I'm going to back the over, Spoons, over 8.5 minus 110. I will make it official here, and I will put it in the comment section. Shout out to everyone that's joining us here on a Saturday night. True Teller, I see you in the comments right there. Appreciate you, my guy. AM as well. Mark Sikowski said, good evening. Appreciate you for joining us. Guys, if everyone in the chat can do me a favor, don't have to be in the comment section, but please hit the like button for us, guys. We appreciate it here. We appreciate it. Share with a friend. Capping all these games. We've got a long ways to go. Houston Astros, Chicago Cubs here. Spoons, we've got Peter Lambert on the mound for the Houston Astros, a team that's slowly sinking right now as we know it. This lineup, we've talked about it weeks ago. It's old. Injuries are piling up. This team isn't going to make it this season. They're probably going to be one of the worst teams. Probably be right down there with the Angels, honestly, in the West, in the AL. Shota Imaga's on the mound here for the Chicago Cubs. Spoons, I mean, this Cubs team obviously not playing the kind of baseball they played a little bit ago. It seems like ever since that guy, PCA, I say that guy, but PCA had that interaction with that fan, this team is really not heading in the right direction right now, not playing good baseball. Not a team I want to back here, Spoons. And let's just look at the line here, what we're currently looking at. Imaga, obviously expensive. He's been pitching well, minus 160 pretty much across the board, minus 165 at some spots. We don't have a ticket count on this game, but that's too expensive for me to take the Cubs. But at the same time, probably expensive for a reason. The Cubs have a good team. I think that they're only going to – obviously their worst days are behind them. Their best days are probably ahead of them. I'm off this game as of right now, Spoons. Take it away. Your Chicago Cubs taking on the Houston Astros. You're muted, my guy.
Trying to find a more up-to-date wind report because this just constantly changes here at Wrigley. But wind is definitely blowing in tomorrow. It's going to be somewhere between 10 and 15 mile an hour, I expect, between the hours of 1 and 4 o'clock where this game's going to drop 66 degrees to, I don't know, 68, 70 tops. This is pitcher-friendly weather.
Do you have any totals listed anywhere, Spoons?
So some totals. A lot of books don't have this. Price you can get on a under is 7.5 under plus 100. It is off market a little bit. The best price on the over 7.5.
I think I might have just lost you, Spoons.
But just the way this weather is right now, I don't think it happens.
Okay. My bad. I thought I lost you there for a second. Continue. Sorry.
All right. So I like this under. I see a rogue plus 100 on that under 7.5. Sitting at 365. Very accessible book. I don't know. The weather reports I saw earlier had higher wind coming in. Now, not so much. I wonder if the weather's starting to get slightly more hitter friendly, and that's why we still see an under 7.5 at plus 100. Peter Lambert, this is a guy last year nobody really wanted to trust, but coming out the gate this year's been pitching really awesome. He gave up 5 earned runs to Texas in his last time out, but outside of that, he hasn't had a bad game, and he still pitched in the 6th inning in that game. I like him. Anytime the wind's blowing in with Shota Imanaga, I like him. Also, I had noted Alvarez left the game late today. I want to say it was neck or something. It was very late in the game. It was a muscle tightness kind of thing, something I don't expect him to play through tomorrow. So I think you're taking the best bet out of Houston's lineup. I really like that under. I think I'm just going to go ahead and move on the plus 100 at the 7.5.
Yeah, I can only see that listed at one book right now, but that's where I would lean to here in this game. Yeah, I'm seeing 58 miles per hour or 7 mile per hour wind in, 58 degrees, 3% no rain out there. So as of right now, I mean, I personally can't make a bet in this game. I don't have it available anywhere, but I do see that it is a low 7.5. So I probably would take that under as well. But we can move on to a game I just placed a bet in. So this is going to be an official play for me here. We've got the Chicago White Sox here. Playing really good baseball, over 50 games into the season, over 500. Shout out to them. I was on the Giants today. I was on the White Sox in game 1. I'm going right back to the window here on the Chicago White Sox and Noah Schultz here. Robbie Ray obviously hasn't been pitching super well this season. He started off pretty well, but he's been a little bit vulnerable at times. And this is a broken lineup here that the San Francisco Giants have. This isn't a team that's going to win this year. This isn't going to be a team that's ever going to win. Chicago White Sox, I think, are going to be right behind the Cleveland Guardians all season long. I think the White Sox are going to surprise a lot of people, and it's really their starting pitching. Obviously, their lineup, not one of the better lineups you'll see across baseball. Murakami crushing the baseball. Guys like Vargas, like Vargas, this guy's just playing big-time baseball right now, Spoons. They've got some good young talent in there, a couple other vets to mesh with them as well. I've been very successful back in the Chicago White Sox this season. I'm going right back to the window here with them, Spoons. I just want to see the best number I can get available right here. Minus 110 at both of my books. So that's what I'm going to move on right here, Spoons. Chicago White Sox money line minus 110 here. This is an official play for me. I'm on the White Sox.
I'm not going to talk you off the White Sox. We look at this team versus left-hand pitching this season. They're nothing but elite. The last 2 weeks, they're the best team in baseball versus left-hand pitching. Full season, the number 3 team in baseball. If you made me fact check that, I'd be like, all right, this is clearly an error. But we go back through and just through and through, this is happening. They have a Savannah Banana starting in center field playing Gold Glove caliber defense. I don't know what to do with this team right now. My guy Matt, Straight Edge Bets, huge White Sox fan. He told me it's the winds of change coming in. I don't know what it is, but this White Sox team clearly has some value. Noel Schultz is a cornerstone for this team. If they're going to be good this year, this guy has to turn it on. We saw it the first 4 games of this season. Didn't give up more than 3 earned runs versus anybody, pitching into the 5th, 6th inning every single time. Then had a real hiccup versus that Angels. And since then, it's been 7 earned runs, 3 earned runs, 3 earned runs. I think he can turn it around. This is a Giants lineup that could give him issues, though. He struggles more versus righties than lefties, and you're probably going to see 6 righties in this Giants lineup tomorrow. I still think Schultz can pitch well. I haven't got there yet. I really feel like I should be able to get some plus money involved with this situation, and we're not. Robbie Ray is the better pitcher of these two, but I feel like he's in that bad situation versus this White Sox lineup that's just murdering left-handers. And the Giants are not doing the same versus lefties so far this season. The last month, they're baseball versus left-handed pitching. So that's why I think Noah Schultz can pitch well. I like where you're at with the White Sox. If I'm going to press a button, I need plus money.
Hey, shout out to our guy Jimmy. I hear that, Spoons, but the Giants are a broken team. This isn't a good baseball team. Like their ace is out there on the mound, and I'm going to fade him. I don't like Robbie Ray. Shout out to our guy though, Jimmy the Bag in the chat, and our guy Big Show Picks out there as well. Appreciate you guys for joining us here. Love you guys, man. Appreciate the support as always. And shout out to our guy Ron Crawford, spreadsheet play of the day, Boston Red Sox guys. And if you guys you're listening, as our guy Jimmy the Bag said, if you're listening at work, turn your headphones down. Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day is the Boston Red Sox. I was on them today, Spoons, and they had bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, and Jalen Duran come up, obviously their best player. And like I said before, when he's your best player on your team, you're in deep trouble. He's awful, and he obviously struck out. With that being said here, shout out to our guy Jimmy as well. Said, let's get it, fellas. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's move on to our next game here, Spoons. Colorado Rockies taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks here. Let me pull this up here. The guy we were talking about, obviously, backstage to Spoons, Jose Quintana going up against Ryan Nielsen here on the mound for the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks been playing some better baseball here this last week or so. That's what they're going to do all season long, Spoons. It seems like this is the kind of team that they are. They're going to play around 500 all season long. You got the Rockies. I believe I saw, did my guy Mickey Moniak go on the IL today, Spoons? I believe he did, and he was obviously one of probably their best player on that team here. We have a current line here. A lot of the lines are actually getting changed right now as I see here. Let me just pull this up here, Spoons.
Yeah, Moniak's not in any of my projected lineups.
He's out. Yeah, he's on the IL, Spoons. I just got the confirmation. I just looked it up. Nelson here, obviously laying a high price here, probably for a reason at minus 190, Spoons. This is out of my price range. I'm not going to take them. And then we have a total here, a high total at 9.5. Both pitchers vulnerable here, Spoons. I probably think so here. This is going to be an interesting spot here.
You have Jose Quintana, Ryan Nelson on the mound tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Take it away.
Give this a second.
Oh, no, you're good. Yeah, I think
we got some real value with the Colorado Rockies tomorrow. Jose Quintana is going out there and pitching well.
I want to make sure you good, Spoons? I think Spoons might be out right now. Let me double check that. Make sure he is all good. You guys let me know in the chat if it's just me or not. If Spoons went out, yes. Go ahead. Now he's all ham. RIP Spoons. Go ahead and get out, Spoons, and come back in. I'll bring you right back in, my guy. Shout out to our guy Top Set in the building. Said yo. Joseph Gomez also said Knicks win. Have the Cavs quit. Yeah, I was on the Cavs in a must-win spot here tonight, and obviously took a loss on the chin. It is what it is, guys. That's the NBA playoffs, but we're going to stay hot. We're going right back to the churros and tequila tomorrow, but our guy Spoons is backstage ready to rock and roll. Spoons, AM said RIP Spoons. Somehow you rose back from the dead just to talk about this game. Can you continue to give us this breakdown of Jose Quintana?
I was trying to figure out what happened.
I think you're frozen again. Oh. I think our guy Spoons is frozen again. We're going to have him come back. But this is an interesting spot here. No rush, Spoons. Let us know what you have to do to get back here. Let me see. Yeah, so let's get back to this game here, guys. Rockies. Sorry, apologies for that. Yeah, so obviously a high price probably for a reason. I think Diamondbacks are obviously going to smash here in this spot. The question is, why is this total so high? So maybe we take a Diamondback team total over. That probably seems like the only logical spot to take in this game for me personally. Jose Quintana, I think, is honestly vulnerable tomorrow, but I also think Nelson could be vulnerable. So I don't want to lay the price with the Diamondbacks. So I think I'm just going to probably pull the trigger on the Diamondbacks team total. I don't have any numbers of that available at any of my books right now. Spoons, are you back?
Yeah.
There we
Sorry,
go.
We got some
good,
pretty
bro.
bad storms
You're good,
going
my
on
man.
over here.
You're good, my man. You're good, brother.
We're trying this out. I'm going to see if this internet connection works for the rest.
All good. Take it away.
This is tough with the Rockies. Obviously, you're missing one of their best bats tomorrow. Ryan Nelson's been going out there. I just don't trust anybody that throws a fastball this much. But, I mean, he's pitched in the seventh inning his last 2 games. Hasn't given up 3 earned runs apiece. But, I mean, those are good starts. Outside of that, right before that, 1 earned run, 1 earned run. I mean, he's throwing good games. Got touched up a little bit by San Diego, got touched up a little bit by Toronto, but I don't think Colorado's at that level, especially without Moniak in that level. Quintana's going to go out there, probably give them 6 innings, the same thing. Maybe there's a live, or maybe there's an actual under here. 2 pitchers that are going to eat a ton of innings, take away from their bullpen. This is going to be a 4-2 win on either side. I like this under. This is a game I really struggle with with where the lineups are right now, but I think we can trust them. Ryan Nelson's the big question mark.
I can't with this guy, Spoons. Oh, every time I back the Red Sox, they lose, my man. Shout out to our guy, Nasty Motherfucking Nate, in the building, though, as always, for joining us. I was waiting. I was going to hit up Nasty Nate, be like, why aren't you in the comment section right now? Shout out to our guy, Nasty Nate, wherever he is joining us, somewhere over there in Rhode Island. Appreciate my guy, as always. One of my dudes right there. One of my favorite people, honestly, to kick it with. So shout out to him. Shout out to Ron Crawford as well, still in there joining us. Wager Detective as well. I want to give a quick shout out to our guy, Wager Detective. Like he said, millionaire mindset. You're always in the chat, always showing love. We appreciate you here, everything you do here. I know you're always in the chat giving donations. So it means a lot to us here, Wager Detective. So I appreciate you, my friend. Let's move on to our next game here. Sacramento Athletics taking on the San Diego Padres, a game that's going on currently right now. We have a 1-0 score, Spoons. Let's pull this up here. We have undecided for the Athletics as of right now, Spoons. Let me just check a couple different things here. I mean, okay, so Jacob Lopez. So Jake Lopez is probably going to go out there, and it's going to be against Michael King. Athletics, a team that I don't know. I don't think any team in baseball really wants to play right now. I like everything they're doing over there in Sacramento. I really hope that they win the West at this point in the season right now. So obviously, I've told you before that the Mariners probably should win in. I don't want that to happen. So would love to see the Sacramento Athletics do it. Spoons, I didn't end up moving on this game here. I don't have a current line right now. Let me see if I do. I guess it's like minus 110 both way, depending on where you're looking right now. Wait, no, what am I? No, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. We're seeing minus 160 pretty much across the board right now at all books right now for the Padres. So Padres are probably the spot tomorrow, Spoons. I'm off this game. Take it away, my man.
I don't know if there's like a spot tomorrow in this game. I know the Padres are favored, but why? The Athletics offense has been the better offense throughout the course of this season. I know Michael King has pitched better than Jacob Lopez, but minus 170 pitched better than Jacob Lopez. Padres bullpen is solid. I get that, but this number seems inflated to me. I feel like this should be like 148 Padres to maybe like 155 Padres. I don't know. It's a little bit big there. I like Jacob Lopez. I have a lot of question marks around this Padres offense, how well they can actually perform. I think there's big value there with the plus money in the Athletics, and I like the under in this game. I think Lopez can pitch well. If the Athletics don't get there, it's because Michael King comes out there and pitches well. This guy's, I mean, you look the last 3 years in baseball, he's one of the best starters across the board. So I think this is a decent under. This is one of the best pitchers park in baseball. It's projected that way tomorrow as well. So I like the under. I think there's value on the Athletics. I haven't found a way to move on this game yet, but I need to kind of work out the bullpen situations and how everything goes tonight before I really come to a conclusion on that.
Yeah, some of these next couple games that we're talking about here, Spoons, it's only 7:52 over here, West Coast. So I don't have a lot of these lines up for some of these games here. So far I've given out 4 plays. These next couple games, I obviously want to make some plays in. We will see the Washington Nationals going up against the Atlanta Braves. Here we have Foster Griffin going up against Martin Perez here. I told you before the show, Spoons, the Rays are the best team in baseball. I mean, the Braves are right there right now. They're doing everything right over there. They're playing some really big-time baseball here. And then you look at the Washington Nationals over there in D.C., our nation's capital, Spoons. They're doing everything the right way over there, too, meshing some good veteran talent with some good younger guys. Obviously, James Wood, one of the – I mean, Spoons, is this guy going to be like Juan Soto 2.0? Is this guy going to be like the best player in baseball here in these next couple of years? Because right now, hitting-wise, he's doing everything like he is the best player in baseball. It's crazy what he's doing. And then you have C.J. Abrams playing shortstop as well. I love everything that C.J. Abrams does. I think that is crazy. San Diego got absolutely hosed in that trade with Juan Soto, man. It's crazy to think about. But with that being said here, we have a line opening up at minus 180, minus 170. We're seeing minus 160, minus 165 pretty much for Martin Perez here. Obviously, because they're the better baseball team here, Spoons, but this is an expensive price with the Braves team. Obviously, I said they're probably one of the best teams in baseball, but I don't want to lay this number. It would be the Washington Nationals or pass, but I don't know if I'm going to actually pull the trigger on this game. I don't have this number. Let me see. Do I actually have this game available here at some spots here, Nationals? I do actually. I actually do have this game available. Yeah, I have a plus 130 and a minus 160 here for the Braves. The total at an 8.5, juice to the under at minus 115. I'm off this game as of right now, Spoons. This is an interesting spot here, though. I kind of want to take that plus money with the Washington Nationals. I mean, everyone's going to probably be on the Atlanta Braves tomorrow, right? I mean, I'm going to look at action. Let's look at action really here quick, guys. We've got plenty of time. We've got only a couple games to talk about. We're good. I just want to check action and see what their ticket count is. Obviously, I don't really check action, but We don't have a number here at Wager Talk, and let's see. Okay, yeah, okay, Spoons, come on. I mean, I don't know if I could trust this, but 92% of tickets and 95% of cash on the Atlanta Braves. Who doesn't want the Braves tomorrow? I changed my mind, Spoons. I'm on the Washington Nationals plus 130 right now. I'm pulling the trigger, Spoons. Unless you could talk me off it, I'm going to be placing the bet when you're breaking this game down, so I won't press submit. I'll have it in the queue. So let me know.
All right, so we have some huge question marks around Foster Griffin right now. He started out the season great, just 11 earned runs in his first 8 starts. Looked amazing, but his last 2 starts, he's given up 14 earned runs, just 9 innings pitched between New York Mets and the Cincinnati Reds. I think the book's starting to get out. He got outside of Major League Baseball for a little bit. He came back with a different pitch mix. And as you start to adjust to that, I mean, Major League hitters can get there. And I mean, this Braves team is still top 10 on the full season versus left-handed pitching. They took a step back when Acuna left the lineup, but he's back in. I think this lineup's going to start to come back around. I think they get runs off Foster Griffin tomorrow. And then on the opposite side, you have the number 1 team in baseball versus left-handed pitching. This is the Washington Nationals. Martin Perez, yes, he's looked pretty good this season, but he just gave up 4 earned runs versus Miami. I think he's going to start to come back down to earth. We don't expect this guy to be pitching to a 0.55 ERA for the full season at home like he is right now, do we? This is the number 1 team in baseball. This is the team that hands out regression to these pitchers. I like this over. I was on it today. I lost. It was 2-0. I watched the Washington Nationals leave the bases juiced with no outs. It was rough early on. It was like the second inning. Everything was going to like plan. They just came back from a rain delay. I was like, oh, the pitchers are now like had to sit down for too long. They're uncomfortable. And it just didn't come through. But I like that over again tomorrow. It's something I'm close to. Martin Perez has pitched pretty well, but I think we find some chinks in his armor.
All right, I'm on the Washington Nationals plus 130, guys. Everyone in the chat right now, can you guys please hit the motherfucking like button, guys? We got it. Our guy Nasty Nate said, let's get to 50 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. We always get over 100 likes on this stream. So I know a lot of people will be watching the playback. Hit the like button. Let's move on to our next game, Spoons. It's the second part of the doubleheader. Detroit Tigers taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Obviously, those pitchers aren't right on the screen, guys, so it's all good. Our guy Swig. Shout out to our guy Swig on the 1s and 2s. With that being said here, the only pitchers I pretty much see is Trevor Rogers here for the Baltimore Orioles. And this is the second half of the doubleheader, Spoons. I'm obviously on the game 1 under 8.5 at minus 120. I made the play official when we were on the show. Am I going to move on the under again game 2? I don't think so. I'm going to be off probably this game in general. This is a quick pass for me, Spoons. What do you think about this game?
There's too much volatility baked into the second game of the doubleheader to really make anything like that. We don't even have an actual pitcher baked in for Detroit. But what I do think happens here is we see a bounce back game for our guy Trevor Rogers. He pitched really well last year, came down with a sickness, started to pitch really poorly, and hasn't looked great. I think this is kind of the turning point. I think the second game of the doubleheader is the perfect kind of volatility. This game doesn't matter, where you can just kind of get out there, get comfortable, throw pitches, and find a spot to get a routine going. I like the Orioles here.
Okay, Spoons likes the Orioles in game 2. Let's move on to Sunday night baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Texas Rangers taking on the Anaheim Angels. Swig, if you're listening, let's get these graphics switched to Anaheim Angels. I'd appreciate it, and I think everyone in the chat, I know Spoons as well, would deeply appreciate it. With that being said here.
Remember the movie, what is it, Angels in the Outfield?
That's one of the that's Mike Trout's favorite movie. If you ask him what his favorite movie is, he'll tell you Angels in the Outfield, which is funny, pretty funny. Because also I think it's because it's his son's favorite movie, obviously, so he probably watched it as a kid. But with that being said here, let's move on to this next game. Where are these listed pitchers out here? Oh, my guy Mackenzie Gore on the mound here for the Texas Rangers, rivals in the West right now. I'm hoping the Angels get it done here. Obviously, the the game that's going on right now, I don't even know what the score is. Last time I saw it was 2-1. I saw Trout hit a home run, but 2-1 Angels. This is going to be game 3 here, a big series. Angels obviously made some lineup adjustments, as me and Spoons talked about it before the show. Sent down a couple of people, brought a couple of people up. I don't know if it's going to get this team going. This team can't hit the ball. Bullpen can't hold a lead. What do you like about this team here, Spoons? I mean, I don't know what it really is there to like about it. Hurting my heart, I can tell you that much. But Reed Detmer's here on the mound. I say it every single time we break down his start, Spoons. This guy always has one hiccup of an inning every single start. And it's just crazy to watch on a night in and night out basis. He looks good for his last start, his first 5 of 6 batters he faced, he struck out. And then that third inning, I think he gave like 6 runs. And it's just like, it's almost as if he's pitching out of the bullpen, like has that killer mentality when you're going out there to strike out a couple guys pretty quick. But the guys, obviously in the big leagues, guys adjust, and they adjust when they see him 2 or 3 times around the batting order, Spoons. And that's where I have a little trepidation backing the Angels. I'm not going to back the Texas Rangers here, though, in this spot. I don't think the Angels are good. I don't think the Rangers are good by any means. I think the West is absolutely dog shit right now, Spoons. The AL West is at an all-time low right now. Whoever's going to be around 500 at the end of the season is going to walk away with this division. That's going to be either the Athletics or the Mariners. I want the Athletics. With that being said here, it's a pass for me. I'm on the Angels right now. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm going to have to see a market, as always, for Angel games, but I'm probably going to be similar to what we saw today. 80% of tickets, 90% of cash on the Rangers. Take it away, my friend. You might be frozen, Spoons, my guy. I think our guy Spoons is frozen. My bad. I was on multiple screens too, so I couldn't see if he was frozen that whole time or not. But shout out to our guy Spoons, because he's going to come back in and break this game down. Going to do a little bit of refreshing here. But as I said, guys, this is a game I'm on right now, so I really have to see what happens in this game here. The Angels probably are going to blow another lead late in this game, and it's nothing new. With that being said, I don't know if I'm going to end up pulling the trigger on this game. As of right now, it's a pass for me. Our guy Swig said Spoons. Yeah, Spoons is his internet might be a little bit down over there. It's all good. It happens. But with that being said here, guys, let's move on to that's it for the show, guys. I'm going to do a quick recap before Spoons comes back on. He said he had to try a different internet connection, so he might not be able to come back on. We'll see. Hopefully he can join us again. But I'm going to go over my action because I've got a lot of plays. I've got 5 plays here locked in that coming into the show, I had 0, and I made all these plays on the air with you guys. And there's our guy. Come on, our MVP right here, our guy Spoons. It's all good, Spoons. We're chilling, brother. Take it away, my guy. Texas Rangers, Angels.
It's really tough to try to get behind the Angels right now, in my opinion. They're up 2-0 in this game, but they're
2-1.
Or 2-1. They're walking a tightrope. They've had bases, runners in scoring position every inning here. Mackenzie Gore is a little bit of question mark if he goes or not tomorrow for me, because I see him not listed on a few spots. But I think we have the starting pitching advantage for Texas tomorrow. I like Texas at plus money. That's where I sit at with the game, but I have a lot of question marks on how that goes. I don't even know if Mackenzie Gore pitches, so maybe that's why it's at plus money. It's kind of my thoughts there. Reed Detmers has been solid so far. The Rangers aren't destroying lefties or anything, so maybe he can continue that and pitch another good game. But I kind of like it for the Rangers tomorrow. Nothing solid in that game at all. It's tough in some of these a little bit early before the yesterday's games are decided.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, we don't even have a line for this pretty much available. So, Spoons, I'm going to go over my action here really quick, and then I'm going to throw it off to you, and then we're going to get out of here, guys. But if everyone could hit the like button, if you guys are watching this live on the playback, we appreciate it here. Please hit the like button. I am on the Tigers, Orioles under 8.5 minus 120. And I'm also on the Cardinals money line plus 100, White Sox money line minus 110, Seattle, Kansas City over 8.5, -110. And I moved on the Washington Nationals +130. 5 plays for me tomorrow, Spoons. Take it away.
I don't have a ton of action yet. That will change by tomorrow. I'm still sitting there with just the under 8 and the Twins and Red Sox sitting at -115. The first play I have circled to move on is Mets Marlins. We're looking, the best number I see is +104 now on a over 8.5. I'm going to see a 8 on that, and I'm going to take that 8. I value the push in that situation. I like it more than the plus money. So I'm going to circle over 8 -115. Definitely going to move on that. Really like your White Sox look there. I think I'd like to get there too. I want to come back around on some of the bullpen situations, but I'll come back through, put all my plays here in the chat. Everything will be synced to Juice Reel as always. And I'll post a play with a link to this video on X with my official card for tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow, everybody. Sorry about the Wi-Fi in and out. We're having some bad weather here in this part of the country.
Oh, it's all good, Spoons. Hey, I just love talking ball with you, man. Wish we could do it more than once a week. But guys, go ahead and give us a follow on Twitter. We love you guys. Tune in every single Saturday right here on Pub Sports Radio, 7 p.m. West Coast time. We are out of here. And guys, always remember, it's always easier to sleep in the black.
It's easier to sleep in the black. When you're losing your ass and feeling so, you know what to do. Tune in to Pub Sports Radio. Easier to sleep in the black. It's easier to sleep in the black. It's a roller coaster ride, you're gonna catch a bad beat. No problem, keep your head up and just bet the spreadsheet. It's easier to sleep in the black. It's easier to sleep in the black. All thanks to Jeff Slaughter, these shows have our backs. POD's always rolling, especially the stats. Easier to sleep in the black. It's easier to sleep in the black. We got Jimmy, Jose, Debbie and the fam. Dutch wine time, Spooner and OG Wham. So hit the like button, don't say that you can't. If you know what's best, just put your money on tape.